It was over in a minute and a half into this before you said so.
Today we're stepping into the River Roots realm. We're going to go somewhere a little bit different. We're going to Cleveland, Ohio for some bourbon.
Famous for its rivers.
Absolutely. Famous for its rivers and bourbon, you know. So, William, you probably can give me a little more of a backdrop on River Roots than most people have. Can you tell me a little bit about them?
Non-distilling producer in Cleveland. Chef Michael Simon, celebrity chef Michael Simon is one of the owners. One of the other owners is Michael Boland, which is a gentleman I know. And then I think the other guy's name's Ryan Lentz. They're sourcing a lot of really good barrels and putting them out for really good prices.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the products I've had come out of this River Root so far have been like borderline mind-blowing. Especially one of these picks we're about to enjoy here. These are both 11-year. They're both source barrels out of MGP.
So we should mention that this is a little bit of a special episode because we're going to review two bourbons before we spin the wheel today.
Yeah,
but they're coming from the same brand. So
coming from the same brand. One of them was a barrel pick done by William here.
Ooh,
and honestly,
ethics.
And honestly, the other was one he liked, but didn't pick and said to his buddy, hey, they've got this barrel, you should probably bottle that.
Honestly, I think most of the people that went on the pick with me wanted us to pick the other barrel, the other barrel.
Really?
I think time has proven you right here, but they're both exceptional.
They're really good. They're both really good. These are so River Roots has a barrel code system. I think the 300 series is 10, 11 year plus MGP straight bourbon. But some of their they're putting out a lot of different sourcing
see
from
a lot of their
places.
bottles like circling on secondary, everything from 11 to 18 years old.
Yeah, I think they put out some 7 and 8 year old product too. Okay. Some double oak stuff.
Yeah, but I have not heard a bad word yet. So
I mean, I've had some that weren't as good as others, but for the most part, everything I've tried has been really tasty.
Okay,
well, let's dive on in. So first sniff, I mean, I know. To the non-connoisseur, this doesn't mean anything, but the first thing was like MGP.
MGP, yeah. Yep. MGP.
And kind of like to try and nail down for those people who don't know what that is.
Classic bourbon notes.
Classic bourbon notes. Ding, 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 ding.
It's more of like a straight brown sugar.
Brown sugar, toffee, caramel.
This is the one you didn't pick?
Yeah.
Holy,
it's very.
I mean, the other one has to be truly spectacular for this to be the one that wasn't picked.
It smells phenomenal.
It's really good. River Roots is like kind of like the rare character where they allow you to put your own image on top of the bottle there.
Okay.
So I think they've been really popular among private pick groups because of this fact.
Like I'm finding like.
And just to be clear, this is the one with the Colossus or Athena or whoever it is on the.
Cast Crew, I think, is the name of the group that picked it.
I'm getting like cream soda, touch of citrus, but then there's like some oaky.
There is
depth.
a lot of citrus on the palate.
There's a little
I can say that
oaky depth behind that citrus note to me. Not like traditional baking spice necessarily to me. I guess
it's very oily.
It's I don't know how to describe this, but it smells thick, like so oily.
With two C's or.
Don't ask me how I know that. No. I do feel front palate on this for how the nose is like overwhelming. It smells very sexy, very mature. This is what I want in bourbon. The front palate was kind of boring, but then the mid palate is huge on this one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm getting a lot more oak on it than I got before, I feel like.
Man.
Yeah.
The mid palate, all those notes I smelled, like the cream soda, the orange, like orange.
Orange.
It tastes like an expressed orange.
It tastes like an old fashioned minus the bitter.
Like a little on fire with the match, the whole proper.
Yeah, I've said that note before.
Orange and bourbon here.
From where you guys fire the orange on the old fashioned, that's what I taste.
It is damn delicious. Yeah. Like I said, if this is the one you didn't pick, I can't wait to get to number 2 here.
Yes. Number 2 should be pretty spectacular.
Okay, so Michael Simon,
Michael
This guy's
Simon.
out there iron chefing and putting bourbon in a bottle. It makes sense that it tastes like this to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good.
I mean, it is spectacular.
And the other, I don't know Ryan as well, but the other guy that I know, Michael, the other Michael, has a great palate.
And you can tell it comes through in this.
Yeah.
Really does.
And that oiliness, I mean, this is a thick mouthfeel here. This is, for sure, I mean, I would think it might even be older than it is. It is 11 years old, so the age is there, but it's like 15 plus years old mouthfeel to me. It coats my whole mouth and it sticks.
Yeah. They're the 21% rye MGP mash bill too.
Okay.
Okay.
Both of them.
I get overwhelming orange from peel to juice to
It
orange.
is very orangey,
orange.
but in like the absolute most pleasant
Yeah,
way.
absolutely.
All the way across it.
Orange and oak, that's what I taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like I'm going to bring up a specific thing. You have played soccer growing up as a kid or any of that kind of stuff. You would have had the frozen oranges at halftime.
There you
Like that little bit of like pith, that little bit of frozen orange, a little bit of that kind of flavor going on. Absolutely. All right, I think we're going to move on to our second pour now. Pour number 2 smells pretty good.
go. Fucking sexy. Dude,
Tell
this
me.
smells great. I can see why you didn't pick 1 if this was option 2.
This was.
Man, this is holy smokes.
I get less oak on this.
There's a little leather on this.
Oh yeah, I get leather on it.
Definitely.
Little tobacco.
Definitely
Little
some
oak.
tobacco. It's a different profile.
It is.
It's a different profile.
Like I said, it's
completely.
more complex and in a way more inviting. I feel like there's like a warmness about all of those notes, even though it's like leathery and vanilla-y. Like it's like a warm side of that, if that makes sense.
I get a little bit of the citrus on this too, but not nearly like the first.
Not
one.
nearly as orange forward as the last one. That is vanilla. That is caramel. That is a vanilla dessert of some description.
Wow, dude.
I would almost say like the custard of a creme brulee or something along those lines.
Custard.
I get a
As soon
little-
as it hit my palate, I
little
don't know.
burnt
It was
sugar.
at the same moment you said it, but instantly I was like, yeah, there's like a custardy.
Yes, there's a custardy note to this, like the egg and the vanilla and all of that stuff all combining together.
Okay, we're finishing that bottle. That is so good.
This is the first time I had it in a
It's
few
almost
months
got
probably.
like, I don't know, custardy, but the next note that came to me was like vanilla pudding. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking same realm. Man, the mouthfeel on both of these is wild. It is
I
old.
would
It
actually
drinks
say that I prefer the
I mean,
mouthfeel
it is
from
11.
one
old. I
rather
think
than
one
two.
might be a little thicker.
But I like the flavors of 2 better than I like
and
the
I
flavors
think
of
if I'm
one.
picking a barrel for like general consumption, I'm also picking 2. Like,
It went back and forth when we were picking.
yeah,
it.
these are both complete bangers.
Yeah, we tried through all the samples, and then I was kind of torn about it, and we got up and tried some other stuff while I thought about it. It was that much of a
And
decision.
that's kind of how it goes when you're out there picking barrels at these distilleries. Like sometimes you find more than one. Sometimes you find none. But sometimes you find more than one that you're just torn between. And if you can't have both, you might as well have your friend pick the other. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
so
definitely.
it's a win that this happened and you're able to have both these bottles. But I can definitely see. I think you're right, Lockie. I think one might have an even thicker mouthfeel.
Yeah, the first one
But
definitely
the
to me has the
complexities
thicker
and the
mouthfeel.
total overall flavor,
Oh, the package. The whole package.
the whole package,
The full
on-
package.
on the second one are incredible. Like this is holy smokes, man.
I've had a lot of aged MGP because it's one of my favorite things to drink, and this stands up.
No, yeah, this is definitely when I'm picking a barrel, I'm looking for it to be complex, have a nose that the first thing I said when I dove in, I was like, damn, that's sexy. That's what I want. I want it like to be overwhelmed by the nose. And when I dive in on the palate, I want to find complexities and then I want the finish to hang out. And this one does. And my mouth is literally watering after drinking this.
I can definitely see number 2 being more popular in the general market as well. Like that, if you compare those 2 together, number 1 with its citrus forwardness, with the orange forwardness and things like that, it's more of an acquired taste Then two is classic bourbon notes, where you get that custody, where you get that vanilla, where you get that little bit, tiny bit of caramel.
Yeah, I have
and
a
things
hard
like
time
that
believing there's people out there hating on this.
I would take, to be totally truthful with you. So the other group that got the other barrel, they didn't end up taking it all, and I didn't find that out until several months later.
Okay.
And I was upset. I was like, man, if you'd have told me, I would have taken the rest
Both
of
of
your
them,
barrel,
yeah.
the rest of them, because I thought they were both very good.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a perfect little segue into what we're doing right now. So today we're drinking these two barrel picks, one of which you made, both of which you tasted. And next week we're going to Dark Arts
Woo!
in Lexington to pick a barrel for the podcast. So Neat Plans, Poor Decisions, first ever barrel pick is coming.
Going on tour.
And it's going to be MGP, right?
Yeah.
Or very likely.
It's that, as far as I know, it will be MGP. Yes.
So we're gonna try and find, if we keep this as a base of like what we want it to be, I think we're gonna deliver y'all out there
Yes.
something you're gonna love. And you know, I know tooting our own horn about our palates, whatever, doesn't do anything for anybody, but hopefully what we're able to find and settle on and pick will warrant to you once you taste it.
Yeah.
Like,
We're gonna have an
yeah,
argument.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna be-
It's going to be
McCully,
great. Personally, I'm looking forward to
And
it.
I'm hoping we can grow this thing into where we do these barrel picks. This is barrel pick 1 coming up. Maybe on the next few, we can get some of you all out there who are listening and watching to come with us and be a part of this.
We
Like,
would love to hold like a listener competition where people can come in and be able to go and pick with us
Yeah.
and be able to experience the live experience of Neat Plans and Poor Decisions, which I feel like a lot of people would absolutely love to join us in. I mean, we're getting such fantastic interaction from our fans and from people who are listening to us in the forms of our samples for our sample roulette wheel and things like that. Anything more that we can work with you guys to be able to join you in and have you be part of this experience, we absolutely look forward to.
Absolutely. Stay tuned. There's some good stuff
Yeah.
coming. And
definitely some stuff on the list I was very interested to taste.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the dark arts. I mean, I've dabbled a little bit before, a bit of necromancy, a bit of alchemy, but never in the whiskey realm.
well, you know,
McCully will love you.
I have a niffler on my arm because I love Harry Potter. So give me the dark arts. Expelliarmus! On that note, let's spin the wheel.
Wheel.
All right.
He just jumped right in. 7.
6.
6 again.
All right, today's roulette sample is wheel 6. Okay, Danielle's excited again. We all hate our lives.
Yes.
Here we go.
What the hell is this?
Oh, God.
All right.
I don't know. I feel like we jumped off a cliff from where we just were.
It smells familiar
every
to me.
day.
No, it smells.
It smells
It
very
smells
every day.
every day.
It smells
That is
very
the most
every day.
backhanded compliment I've ever heard in my entire life. It smells every day. Oh, yeah.
Cornmeal. It's very corny.
It is very corny.
It is like gritty
Yeah.
What is that?
touch of.
I'm struggling to get notes out of the
Like,
nose. I'm genuinely struggling.
It almost smells Selenic to me,
Okay.
like a sherry finish. Sometimes I get that.
Oh, like
Selenic
yeah,
thing.
no, like a saline almost like kind of thing going on,
I
like
don't know. I gotta taste it because maybe it's just coming off of these River Roots that were awesome. My mind needs a refresher here. So.
I'm not quite sure I know what it is, but it smells.
Yeah, no.
Youthfulness with a lot of corn.
Yeah,
I think that
yeah.
corn
Definitely
note
tastes
came back to
corn. It
on the
makes me
palate.
think
It's
it's
very
young.
corny. So I'm not. We're not drinking rye.
No, we are not drinking wine. We're drinking. Is this
I
mellow
don't think
corn?
we're over 6 years old here. If you told me 3 to 4, I think that's probably where I would be thinking. Proof wise,
190 to 100.
I don't know. It smells. It tastes oxidized to me.
there's some
Yeah.
bitiness to this. Like
Whatever this is tastes oxidized to
this
me.
tastes like 114 Texas corny whiskey.
No,
Ooh.
I don't think that's the call.
That's where I'm at.
I think
Okay.
it's a bottle that's been open.
Okay.
Okay, maybe it changed because there was like some familiarness.
To me, it tastes like something
All right, I'm gonna
that probably
backtrack.
was good that isn't good.
There's
Ooh,
some
we're
butter.
gonna go
tastes- it
back
tastes-
to our
When I go,
couple of
when I
episodes
really
ago.
dive back into it nose-wise, there is like a butterscotch.
So we're talking
Man,
a couple of
corn,
episodes
like,
ago.
I can't
when we
get
went
over
to,
the corn. This
barreled in '96 Elijah Craig, and we all were like, "Whoa," but it's just been open maybe for several years.
That's what this tastes like to me personally.
Okay.
this
Something that's oxidized. It's got
reminds me of
too much
the-
oxygen on
What
it.
is the? There's a new riff. It's like yellow leaming corn. Do you know what I'm talking
The
about?
lemon corn.
I don't
Lemon-
think that's
is
what
that-
it is. I think
That's what it reminds me. I don't know. That's what it reminds me of.
it reminds me of a young MGP that's been open for several years.
The nose is.
When I think-
I got to admit, is not great.
Man,
Like the tasting notes on it, you get a lot of straight up.
5-year MGP 20.
A lot of young straight corn.
That's exactly where I am on it,
That's where I just went. Like after.
and it just tastes like something's been open for a while. I don't
I'm
think
going
it's.
5-year MGP 21%er, 112.
I agree.
I don't know.
Almost
I don't know what it
fully
is.
with what you're saying.
I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm going. 5-year MGP. If I had to guess, like Traverse City pick, maybe
All right. Final thoughts.
112 proof.
I think it's. Yeah,
It's weird how it went corny, and then like
I taste a lot
the
of corn.
MGP profile came through.
110,
That's where I'm
4 or
at.
5 year old, 21% rye
Yeah.
MGP,
Okay.
Yeah, 4 or 5 year old.
and I do feel like it's been
Heavy
open.
corn.
20-year-old.
Yellow corn specific. Of course, now we're going to do a 140. It's going to be 22 years old and all
What is
that
it?
kind of stuff. Let's go.
That's exactly what I thought it was.
Okay. This is a good time.
It's literally exactly what I thought it was.
Is this 21%?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
5
How
years
old
old.
was it?
4, 5.
Okay, so
Okay.
we called it 4 or 5
4 or
year old
5 years old.
MGP.
Yeah, 4 or 5 year old
118%. This is a TFBC Good Times Goodfellas.
It's one
pick.
I picked.
It's one you picked.
Yeah,
And like
It's
you
been
said, it's
open
probably been open a
for
long time.
4 or 5 years.
Okay. And that's why it shows corny now. And that's
I
why
agree.
At first it was corny, and then when you started talking MGP, I was like, it tastes young MGP.
Tastes, yeah,
It tastes
5-year-old
young
MGP. And I think that's exactly what it is.
21% recipe.
I think it's 5 year old, 21% rye.
It
MGP.
took a minute, but we got all the way there. I'm
And-
stoked on that review.
and that's been open for probably 4 or 5 years. Yeah, yeah,
It's
it
been
hasn't
open
like
too long.
oxidized to the point of metallic, but
yeah. I don't know which one of you guys sent that in from the group, but thanks again.
yeah.
Thank you very much. We appreciate all of the user
And
submissions.
it's fun that we ended up on a pick that you did.
Yep.
We just drank a pick of yours with one you didn't pick.
Mhm.
And now we're talking about going to do a pick. So
Yeah. So,
let's go
MGP
pick
mania.
barrels together.
yes, we're going to have a great time. We're going to go pick a barrel. I'm really looking forward to it. Dark Arts Whiskey over in Lexington, Kentucky. I hope you guys are able to sort of get in on this pick with us. I feel like it's going to be absolutely fantastic, and we're going to have a really good time going and picking it. I hope we can bring you parts of that as well, because I know we're going to have a massive argument over the course of picking whatever it happens to be. I hope you guys are there for that. I hope you guys are there for the barrel pick after we get it, because we're keen to share whatever whiskey we get with you, our listeners, our fans, anybody out there. I'm personally looking forward to it. It's going to be a fantastic time.
We'll see you at Dark Art. Stay classy, bourbon drinkers. Expelliarmus!